Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a special video today. A little bit of a challenge that I received from my lovely friend Christy. So Christy also has a video up today. As many of you know, one of our product focuses in the Freeze Gang, particularly Christy and myself, but also Karen and Liz and Colleen and a few others. One of our product focuses for September is sequins, and gorgeous, gorgeous sequins. And Christy and I were talking, and I was talking about how I do use sequins, and I use them quite a bit as finishing touches mainly, but that really I had only ever done one shaker pocket. So she challenged me, she issued me a challenge for a 6x6 shaker pocket. And I went, oh, okay. Now, so I embraced the shaker pocket challenge, but it is not 6x6, but Christy forgave me. She said that was okay. But here is a page with a lovely shaker pocket, and I will give you a couple of tips on how I did this in the easiest possible way, because I'm a little bit intimidated by these shaker pockets and getting all of the foam at the right place. So I'll give you a couple of little tips on how I did this. So make sure you pop on over to Christy's channel today, because she will definitely have a layout also with a shaker pocket, which she does beautifully. And the page I'm doing today is the last in the little mini series of the reopening of tennis. In fact, I think the last two layouts that I did were that my Sunday sketch, my sketch Sunday, and then stretch the sketch, and this one. So there will be two of those layouts going into my COVID album. This will be one of them. And then the other one is going to go into my personal album, the one that talked a little bit more about the Canadian Iranians that got to the finals of the Masters, the Cincinnati tournament, the one just before the US Open, which this is about. And this simply records exactly as the Instagram post said. A lot has changed, some things haven't. The number one, who's been number one for quite a while now, winning the Masters probably last year or maybe a couple of years ago, but he's won it several times. I believe he's won it 5 or 6 times, and then winning it again this year with the mask. You can see the crowds in the back here, full of people, and you can see an empty stadium this year. So those are the big changes, and the winner being the same. So I changed my mind on this layout, I think 2 or 3 times. And in the end, I went with scraps, basically scraps that were on my desk. This is a small piece of Heidi Swap storyline and chapters. This is one of the Paige Evans collections. I can't remember. This side here, the darker green, which I used to map the photo, is the B-side to this marbly watercolored piece of paper, and those are the same. That's the same piece of paper on either side. This is a very, very old piece from Scraptastic. Then I also went into the kit that I'm using from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club this month, and this is the Simple Stories chipboard that I used in quite a few places. This goes all the way back to the Chamel, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Go Now Go collection from Chamel. So I got all of that down, and I was trying, and then of course I'm using my white cardstock, and I really wanted it all to pop. So I just, first of all, framed it on yellow. Oh, you can see that from the pad here. I need to go do a little bit of a cut. So I framed it on the bright yellow, and then I went in and got the Shimmers No Yoking. Just did the packaging technique, excuse me, in 2 places here. And then I went and got my beloved Glacier Paste, and this is a beautiful, beautiful green that my lovely, lovely friend Karina from Sweden sent me. She sent me a beautiful, beautiful Happy Mail package. This was one of many, many items in it. So I got my Paige Evans star stencil out. It seemed appropriate, and just did that in a few areas as well. And I found that sort of gave a nice grounding to the layout. Just did a little bit of layering here with 2 little banner pieces. Got that sort of on the 1/3 line. And then the focal embellishment, of course, is my shaker pocket. And for this shaker pocket, I used the Foxy Roxy from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I do have just a teensy little bit of it left. And I used this chipboard frame. Now you see the Chanel chipboard frames came already mounted on plastic, so I left that exactly as is. And then I used Crystal's technique, which I think is really, really fun, of being able to do a shaker pocket very, very easily. And that is basically to just stick the pouch right on the back, and then you need to cut it off a little bit, but it already has its little closure here, so they can't be popping out. So basically in the Foxy Roxy, I took out the back page and did exactly that. But then, so I you glue it down here, and then if you look at that glued down, you can see that all the sequins are sort of down in the bottom. So then what I did, which is a tip, and a lovely, lovely tip that Christy gave me, is I put the frame right here on the page, and then if you can see here, what I did is I went in this area right on the paper, and can you see? I glued a whole bunch of the sequins right in that little corner directly to the page. And then, so I emptied a few of them to begin with. Then I glued quite a few. I would say there's probably like 20 or so that I glued up here in this little corner so that they would stay put. So that when this is all glued down, they stay, even though, you know, some of them might be moving around a little bit. There are going to be sequins in all the area of this fun frame, which I guess is about a 3, I guess the window is sort of like 3 by 3. Is it about 3 by 3? I think it's 3 by 3. And that to me is just such a great tip. So I think I'm going to be doing shaker pockets now forever and ever. So using the actual bag when it fits, or some other little bag. Yeah, I've seen Crystal use different sizes, different packaging, but she often uses the packaging behind a frame of some sort, glues that down, which makes it all very, very easy. And then coupled with Christy's awesome tip of gluing some of the sequins right down to the page so that the distribution is more even and that the window is full of sequins, I think is just such an awesome idea. And that is how I did my shaker. And then here, of course, in these lovely green glittery letters, I just put number 1, because that's who he is. That is what he is, I should say. Got some of the chipboard out, so the very best. A couple of little butterflies, some hearts and colors that match, that go along with the colors that I have here. So lovely to have a champion yet again that we've been able to finally, after 5 months, I think, was it stopped for 5 months, get some tennis back again. So there is my, I don't know, would you call that a shaker pocket hack? I don't know. I don't know if I'm up on all of the appropriate terminology, but anyway, it's definitely a fun way and an easy way to make a gorgeous shaker pocket. So my lovely friend Christy, thank you for pushing me to get one done, to get me out of my comfort zone. Crystal, thank you for the lovely, easy way of doing it. And I hope you enjoyed my video today. So tell me, if you are focusing on sequins along with us in September, please tag us on Instagram, on Facebook, link us up to your video, and tell me, is there something that you are really thankful that has started back up again after having gone on hiatus or stopped or been closed down through the pandemic, that is back in, albeit a different way, but there's something that you were really, really excited to see come back. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.